upset that I was ripped away from the opportunity of attending Spring Bling. Now, Micaiah now probably would not attend Spring Bling, but Micaiah back in like her 21-year-old self, college self, yes, I would have attended Spring Bling. And we were robbed. We were robbed. We were robbed. We were robbed of this opportunity.
Christ's love isn't like everybody else's love. It's not like the world's love. The world's love loves you when you do things right or when you do things with them. But as soon as you make a mistake, they take that love away. But what I've experienced with the love of Christ is that it loves first. It loves through wrongdoing. It loves when you shouldn't be loved anymore. It's unconditional. And that's the love that I believe is going to change the world and has changed me.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Micaiah. I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black.
Sasha here. Excuse me? Supermodels do not fly business class. Now, I'm not gonna demand a private jet, but I think Jag could at least spring for first class.
And I am bringing you all another video. We're gonna bring it back. It's gonna be nostalgic, okay? We're gonna take a blast to the past. We're going to discuss BET's Spring Bling. But before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to see more of me. And if you're new, hey, and if you're a returner, I truly appreciate the love. If you have the chance, please go follow my social media platforms on the screen. And we are gonna get right into the video. Let's dive into BET Spring Bling. We're taking a blast to the past. And we were robbed. We were robbed. We were robbed. We were robbed of this opportunity. But it's okay. As numerous college students gear up for an exciting, adventurous spring break season, it is natural to reflect on past experiences. Many students contemplate a spring break getaway, whether that's in various destinations such as Panama City, Miami, and or Mexico. Nevertheless, none of these excursions can quite match the unique appeal of BET's Spring Bling, which was a 2-day celebration that was highly anticipated. The cancellation of BET's annual Spring Bling showcase leaves one to ponder the potential impact it could have had on spring break experience today. This event was not merely a vacation. It was a cultural phenomenon that brought together music, entertainment, and a vibrant atmosphere, creating unforgettable memories for attendees. The absence of such an event raises questions about what could have been and how it might have shaped today's spring break landscape. In reflecting on the significance of Spring Bling, it becomes evident that it represented more than just a party. It was a gathering that fostered community and connections among college students. The allure of this event continues to resonate, promoting nostalgia for a time when a spring break was marked by excitement and energy that BET's showcase provided. The legacy of Spring Bling remains a topic of discussion, highlighting the enduring impact of such cultural events on the lives of young people.
BET's Spring Bling served as both a reality TV series and an annual beach party for spring break, existing from 1997 through 2010, filmed in Florida. In 1997, BET took inspiration from MTV by introducing its own televised spring break celebration known as Spring Bling. This 2-day event featured performances by prominent artists in hip-hop and R&B genres, alongside a variety of competitions and dance battles. Spring Bling represented a significant moment during which BET leveraged the platform to raise awareness about critical issues such as HIV/AIDS through the Wrap It Up campaign. This initiative involved a collaboration with Palm Beach Department of Health and the Comprehensive AIDS Program of Palm Beach County, facilitating on-site HIV testing and also disclosing vital health information.
Just to give a little context about myself, I love everything throwback. I love everything like 106 in Park, early 2000s, 90s, like that's all me. Like I really love all of that. That can even trickle over to cartoons like Bratz and so on and so forth. I even have like this Bratz shirt on right now, right? So I love everything like early 2000s especially. Well, there was flaws, of course, but I love a lot of aspects of the early 2000s. So I was doing a blast from the past and I was just on YouTube just watching a whole bunch of random stuff, and then Lil Wayne's performance popped up from Spring Bling, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to talk about this, because I feel like a lot of people forgot about Spring Bling, or it got brushed underneath the rug. But I used to watch Spring Bling faithfully, like faithfully, I tell you, okay? I used to watch this faithfully, okay? I used to watch it faithfully. So once I seen that clip, I'm like, okay, let's discuss this, let's talk about this, because I'm upset that I was ripped away from the opportunity of attending Spring Bling. Now, Micaiah now probably would not attend Spring Bling, but Micaiah back in like her 21-year-old self, college self, yes, I would have attended Spring Bling. And it's like, I was ripped away from that opportunity. I've actually never been to Florida for spring break, nor did I ever have like any aspirations of going, but I would have most definitely went to see this concert series that BET had. And there was so many notable performances from various artists such as Soulja Boy, Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, Boosie and Webbie, Ludacris and Nelly, Ja Rule, 50 Cent, Sierra, Eminem, Akon, Carrie Hilson, and the list goes on. That's how impactful this show was, and they shouldn't have ended. They shouldn't have ended a lot when it comes to BET. BET was trying to go into a different creative direction, so that's why a lot of the shows were canceled related to music, and this was one of them that was docked off of the network. Like, it's even hard to find stuff on Spring Bling. When I was just looking up stuff to give for the video, it was just so hard for me to find like different sources that I wanted to include. There's nothing on even the BET website to figure out like any information on this, so that's what's like disheartening. So it seems like they truly wanted to like rip away this and like completely just move away from this kind of content, which I thought this was a great platform to display Black talent that is not going to be on other networks, and that's what made BET different. But even with 106 in Park, I know they did keep 106 in Park on longer, and I love 106 in Park. I used to watch that faithfully at 6 o'clock, okay? Faithfully at 6 o'clock. I loved it so much that when my mom put me on punishment, she told me I couldn't watch 106 in Park. Not that I couldn't watch TV. I couldn't watch 106 in Park. And she knew this hurt me deeply. So whatever it was that I got on punishment for, I promise you I didn't do it again. But that's how much I love 106 in Park. Like, that's how much I loved it. So with Spring Bling, it was the same thing. I watched it every year. Every year I watched it. And the most notable year, which was the last year they had it, and it brought in a lot of ratings, so it really didn't make sense why they canceled it. And the most notable year that I will be touching on is 2010. So 2010, they had the main three headliners, which were Trey Songz, Nicki Minaj, and Chris Brown. There was other performances like with Roscoe Dash, Plies, Soulja Boy, and so on and so forth, but these were the three headliners for that specific year. And that year was such a phenomenal year because you had like three of the biggest stars on a stage, and you literally were able to like dive into the behind the scenes of everything they did. We got to dive into Nicki Minaj with a lot of the behind the scenes footage that they had.
Come back. I am me. And listen, I'm ready to shut down the stage. BT Spring Bling 2010. Blah, 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 blah.
This was before Pink Friday dropped. So she did all of her features on the stage, and it still was so impactful. So it just showed the impact she had, and she didn't even have an album yet. It was only her mixtape that was out. So we got to see the behind the scenes of her talking about how she wants the trajectory of her albums to go and how she wants the fans to accept it, but she also wants to have a nice balance of doing what the fans want and doing what she wants.
Nothing, just being a Barbie.
I'm waiting on you. We can chop it up when you get up.
Believe that. Love.
Crazy, the intro and I get crazy a little bit, right?
Diamond Cuts, she's a great friend of mine. I love her to death. But I said, you're gonna be in, Florida for Spring Bling. You might as well, be on my set. And she said, yeah. And I was like, so excited because she's dope with her scratching. She's like better than all of the boys out. Yes, I said it. She got We did sound check, and now it's time to really make the movie happen.
So this was a really good lens for the audience to get to know more about the artist, and Trey Songz also had that, and that segment was titled Ready for Trey.
Gentlemen, coming to the stage, it's the Prince of VA, Trey Songz. Shout it where you at.
So that was showing you the behind the scenes with him as well, and he was, I believe it was Trey Songz went first, Nicki Minaj went second, and then Chris Brown was the last one to close it all out. And he had the longest stage time as well. But I loved that whole year when it came to the BET Awards, when it came to this, like, that was a great year for BET regarding like people tuning in. And it was even, I found this on Trey Songz Facebook, where it says Ready for Trey attracted over 1.3 million viewers, becoming the 3rd highest rated Spring Bling show of 2010 and the 4th highest rated show in Spring Bling history. So it said it was the 3rd highest rated Spring Bling show of 2010. So I'm curious to see who had that 1st and 2nd spot. I'm pretty sure that time it probably would have been Chris Brown 1st and Nicki Minaj 2nd, because I know a lot of people were anticipating to see Chris Brown perform, and this was in 2010 as well, so they wanted to kind of see him perform Graffiti, but also to look forward to the new music that he ended up dropping in 2011. I mean, his album that he ended up dropping in 2011 titled Fame.
Yo, we bought it. Chris Brown, give it up for him one more time. I love you. Oh, boy, you gotta teach me and Roxy some of the dances.
So this was a massive year for Spring Bling, and for them to get rid of it during this massive year, I am very disappointed in BET. Now, I'm not in agreement with everything that BET does throughout the history. I'm actually in agreement with a lot of things Boondocks has displayed and explains within their show. However, I think that this program was a nice time for college students to come out, or even if you weren't in college, to come out and you were just here to celebrate the artists. It seemed like it was more of a safer environment. You know, BET is going to make sure they have the proper security and all of that stuff. So it was just a nice environment for specifically minorities, Black people, to come together and to celebrate the art and the music that they like. And another artist that, like I stated in the beginning, how I first got on this tangent of Spring Bling, was Lil Wayne. And he performed at Spring Bling multiple times, right? At multiple times he performed on Spring Bling, and each time he just showed the artistic creativity that he has and how different he really is. I think people try to put him in a box, but he truly is like this like rock star, but then he's like this rapper at the same time, but then he's like into all this different kind of music, and it's really dope to see. And even within one of the videos, they were asking him questions, and they asked him like, what would be one of the most iconic moments for you to perform like in your career? And he was discussing like, if I can play background like guitar for Prince, that would just be iconic, or if I could perform on the Super Bowl. And fast forward to now, we really see how much he really truly had aspirations of performing on the Super Bowl stage. So I think that's something important to know, and I do hope that they do bring him out for the Super Bowl, at least to perform a song. I know Kendrick is performing, and I'm actually excited to see Kendrick shut down the stage. However, I do think it would be nice for the New Orleans native to perform at his home, and that is the aspiration he truly has had. And you can also see it within this video that he truly was like interested in performing for the Super Bowl.
I said the ultimate performance for me would be for me to do the lead guitar on Purple Rain while Prince performing in front of 1 trillion people. Either that or one of them Super Bowl things. I mean, performing in the Super Bowl. But hey, or I got so crazy. I sang the national anthem at a big game.
I'm going to link this article that I'm about to touch on, but I found it interesting. This is from Yahoo Life, so it was someone's blog that they did, and they were stating how it's a time before Instagram. So while throwback clips of these Spring Bling shows are popping on TikTok and Instagram timelines, social media was still largely in its infancy during the heyday. When he attended in 2008, Sherman remembers Facebook being a relatively new offering that had to be accessed on a laptop. I didn't even post pictures from Spring Bling until I got back home to my laptop and internet, he says. So it kind of shows me too, people were truly present within the moment at this time, and you can even see within the crowds in the audience that people were really just having a good time and just living life, and it wasn't just all about this. Now, am I one to try to get that moment? I want to get that moment. But once I get that moment, now the phone got to go down and I'm dancing. Like, I'm having a good time. I went to the Millennium Tour one year and all you see is my footage like this. Because I truly was so into it, I did not get the best pictures or angles at all. But I think that makes the best shows when you truly are present. You're not too absorbed on getting the right thing. And I think with BET Spring Bling, it truly displayed that people were just living life in the moment, and they got to experience something special that was catered towards Black people. I thought that was just so nice. The article goes on to say, it can be hard to imagine attending a once-in-a-lifetime event and not documenting every milestone online, but for Rogers, this made the moment all that more special. You really just took in the moment. You would still take photos, but you didn't have anywhere to upload them right away because you were mostly taking them on your digital cameras. And that's what one of my coworkers, he brings around a digital camera, and that's what he uses a lot to document his memories. And I actually want to start doing that more, so then I don't get caught up in the perfect picture and I don't get too consumed, because it's easy to do that. Like, even when I travel and I go on my various different vacations, I never post in a moment, because when I post in a moment, I'm too concerned on getting the right picture. So I take my picture, I take a few, and then I'm done. I don't post in a moment and then I post after I come back. That's also for safety reasons, but also to, like, so I'm not getting too consumed, because it's just so easy to do that. I fell into that. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie, but I really have fell into that. And then the article goes on to say, still most attendees are happy to have been a part of such an iconic moment in pop culture history. I hate that some people couldn't experience it. Back then, that was the thing to do. You would look forward to Spring Bling and watching it live on BET. And now I don't think we have that relationship with BET anymore. And that's the truth of the matter. But once BET decided to move in a different direction, it withdrew that viewership, especially that younger viewership on the network. So I'm not sure if this moment will ever be recreated, but I did want to give BET Spring Bling its flowers and shed some light on it. And if you all have not checked it out before, I most definitely linked a few of the different moments that I personally enjoyed within the bio for Spring Bling. And there was multiple artists that performed that I didn't even mention in this video, and they still have a huge impact on the BET franchise, and specifically the Spring Bling franchise that has occurred. And this was just a time for people to just be in the moment, be present, and enjoy each other's company while enjoying the art that they enjoy. Now, Spring Bling was not only performance based, that was the main attraction, but they had different like game shows, dating shows, they had car shows, they had step competitions. It was a lot more to it, but for me, the strongest impact that it had was the performances, and that's what I look forward to every year. And I'm pretty sure that was the only thing that I watched every year was strictly the performances. Like, all the other fluff, like, I feel like I could have personally got from 106 in Park. So I mainly was interested in watching behind the scenes for the different artists and the performances. That was my main attraction to Spring Bling. Another notable aspect of BET Spring Bling is I love that a lot of the hosts and a lot of the models that were on the show, they displayed Black-owned swimwear and Black-owned like summer attire. And this was another platform to really give praise to Black designers. And I really did value and appreciate that aspect of the show as well. And like I said, it's very disheartening when it did end, because I was looking forward to it that following summer, especially in 2011. That's when Kevin Hart hosted the BET Awards, and to me that was the last year the BET Awards was really good. That's just my opinion. I believe that was the last year from front to back. It was really good. Kevin Hart was a rising comedian, and he did a phenomenal job hosting the award show. He brought in his various different skits, all the different artists that performed. That was just a really great year, in my opinion, for the BET Awards. And after that, that's when it slowly started getting on its decline. But this is not to be about the BET Awards, but the reason why I stated that was that's why I was really expecting in 2011 to have the Spring Bling, because it still was a great year for BET a little bit. Like, it made 106 & Park was on its decline as well. However, it was still really good that year. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I think Roxy and Terrence was still there actually. When did Roxy and Terrence leave 106 & Park? Yeah, so they were still there. So I like Roxy and Terrence on 106 & Park. I know a lot of people may not like them if you grew up on Free and AJ, but I grew up on Roxy and Terrence, so I love them as hosts. And they stopped hosting in 2012, so they were still there in 2011, and that was still actually a really good year for 106 & Park. Now that I think about it, it was. And even the New Year's Eve celebrations, we don't get that anymore. I can go on a tangent about that. I'll probably make a separate video for that. We don't get the top 100 countdown, because now people don't really care about music videos, and a lot of these artists don't put a lot of effort into their music videos, which they probably don't even have to anymore, right? So you have your various people that, like Doechii and Tyler the Creator, that make a little bit more effort within their music videos, but overall a lot of people don't really care about music videos. But back then it was just a different moment, and it will forever be cherished within my heart. Forever cherished in my heart. We were robbed, we were robbed, we were robbed, we were robbed. But it's okay, it is okay. So I thank you all for watching. If you remember this, please give me some feedback on this. If you ever attended Spring Bling, what was your favorite performances from Spring Bling? What were your thoughts on Spring Bling? Did you like it? Did you not? Have you even ever heard of this? So please give me your feedback down below. I'm always open to having conversations, and I respond back to my comments, and I like a good engaging back and forth dialogue. So please all remember that you are loved. Most importantly, you are loved by the one who created the universe. And also be present within the moment. I think if this video taught us anything, be present in the moment, be thankful for the moment, because you can't get that moment back. So be present, be present, be present. So I'll check you all out in the next video. Stay blessed, everyone.
Y'all know I am. I'm